Okay, so today we're going to be doing another false shuffle. Okay, this one is probably one that you've already seen, but we're going to go through it anyway. This is the Riffle false shuffle, and what it looks like is this. We have the Jack of Diamonds on top again. You split the deck, shuffle it like so, and the Jack is back on top. So this can also be done in your hands, which looks like this. Okay. Which again brings the Jack back to the top. Or you can do it this way, which you'll see a lot of magicians do. Okay. So we're going to be going through all of those ways of doing this. Okay. So firstly, let's understand what's actually happening. All that's happening is the top card is falling last. Okay. So let's take this version. Right. So you split the deck. Doesn't have to be in perfect halves. One half by the side of the other, and riffle them together in whichever way you like. Everyone's got their favourite way of doing it, but just make sure that the top card, the one you want controlled, falls last, like so. Okay, that always falls last, and then what happens is you just push the deck together, and it looks like a perfectly fair shuffle. Okay, so once again, top card, you just cut the deck, or get the spectator to cut the deck, and you just riffle them together like so, making sure that the card you want controlled falls last on the top. Push the deck back together, and there you have it controlled to the top. The other versions are much the same, but we're going to go through them anyway. In the hands, it's the same principle. Okay. You just have the card that you want on the top of the deck. Just making sure that it falls last, so when you square the deck. And the other version of this, the one that magicians like to do to make themselves look a little bit fancy, happens like this. The card is on top. You split the deck into approximately half. Doesn't need to be, but near enough half. You bring the top half to there like so. And you now perform what in magic is called the perfect riffle. It doesn't have to be perfect. Let me underline that fact. It does not have to be perfect. Only magicians will spot when it's not perfect. Your average spectator won't have a clue that it's not perfect. So the controlling card is on top like that. Packets come together. Now, that is your arrangement. Let me put the decks down so I can show you clearly. That is your arrangement when you're gripping the deck, okay? So what's happening is pressure from opposite directions, okay, are going to force the cards together so they will look like you've just riffled them together. The only trick is to make sure that the card you want controlled remains on the outside. And what that looks like, if you're performing it, looks like this. Split the deck, make sure the card that you want controlled is on the outside. A slight angle of the top packet like so to allow the cards to spread when you push down. And what you want to do with that angle is you want to push down towards yourself and also slightly to the right. Or obviously if you're right-handed, it's the other way around. So slight downward pressure and slight rightward pressure. And that is the sort of thing that you get happening, okay? And you just complete that and close the deck up in whichever way you like, and the card that you want controlled is on top. Let's just run through that again. Jack of diamonds on top, split the deck, making sure the Jack of diamonds is towards the outside of the deck, slight leftward pressure, or rather slight leftward angle, slight downward pressure, and slight rightward pressure, until you get that sort of arrangement happening. You then square the deck up in whichever way you like, and the Jack will be controlled to the top. Okay? I will say to you guys that this one takes practice. Specifically, the third version of it, this one, takes a lot of practice, okay? It's not something that you can do in 5 minutes after watching the video. You'll need to practice it. But the other two, fairly simple. Take them away and have fun.